Hello, God's people. I am back with another word from the Lord. Okay, so I am giving this word based on the Lord having me to go read 2 Samuel chapter 14. So I'm going to give a little bit of back um, history on it. So King David had a son named Absalom. I hope I'm saying that right. And he had a daughter named Tamar, or I don't know if it's pronounced Tamar or Tamar. Um, and Amnon was the half brother of Tamar, which I'm assuming was also David's son. Well, it was. It actually was because I read it. Okay, so he was in love with her. It's his half sister. He was in love with her. Long story short, he was so in love with her, he decided, listening to somebody else, he tricked her, pretending like he was sick to lure her. He asked King David, his father, if she could come and cook for him. That'll make him feel better. So the king agreed. And so when she went, she cooked for him. He sent all the servants away and was like, "Oh, I want you to feed me." Well, when that happened, he raped her. Okay. So this made the other son, Absalom, very, very angry. Okay. So long story short, eventually, King David knew about what happened. It seems to me, in from what I read, like he knew about it, but nothing was done about it. So Absalom took it upon himself to kill the brother. Okay, he killed that brother for raping his sister. Okay, so after he killed him, he fled. He left for 3 years. And so, even though at the end of chapter 13, King David really wanted, he had forgiven him. There was no more animosity towards, his son, and he wanted him to come back. But he did nothing to make that happen. So, when you go on into chapter 14, then it says Joab realized how much the king longed to see his son. Like I said, he had been gone for 3 years. So he sent a woman from Tekoa who had a reputation for great wisdom. And he said to her, "Pretend you are in mourning, wear mourning clothes, and don't put on lotions. Act like a woman who has been mourning for the dead a long time." Okay? And when I read that and I read the word, God spoke to me and he said, just like he blessed this woman with wisdom, he has blessed you with wisdom. Okay? After the woman went to King David, made up this story about one son killing the other son, and now people were after him. And King David assured her that nothing would happen to her son if she brought him back home. So once she got his attention and got him to agree, so then she asked him, "Why don't you do as much for the people of God as you promised to do for me?" She said, "You have convicted yourself in making this decision because you have refused to bring home your own banished son." See, although King David wanted to see his son, he didn't make any moves. He didn't bring him home. He allowed pride to get in the way. And it took somebody who was wise to go to him to get him to see that while you're ready to do this for me, you're not doing it for yourself. And what the Lord wanted me to tell you is, a lot of you, he have blessed you with wisdom, okay? And he's going to use you to go to his people. He's sending you out to his people so that you can get his people to return to him. To get his people to return to him. Just as she was able to get King David to see the error of his ways, you're letting pride get in your way. You're letting things get in your way to stop you from bringing back the son that you long to see. And it took somebody, that was wise of the Lord to get him to see the error of his ways and convict him in that moment. A lot of you, God has blessed you with wisdom. However, you're not living up to that true potential. And God is saying, don't doubt yourself in this season. If you are praying and you are seeking and you have a relationship with God and you know he speaks to you, then God is saying, I'm going to use you in this season. I need people like this woman of wisdom to go on behalf of me, to bring my people back to me. And that is what God is saying. That is how I'm going to use you in this season. I'm going to send you out to the people that have been isolated from their families, to the people who are prideful and don't want to move forward, to those people who know what they are supposed to do, but they ain't doing it. For the people that chooses to stay separated and bogged down in the past and past hurts and pains, God says, I'm sending you out because I have blessed you with wisdom, and I am sending you out to speak on my behalf, just like this woman spoke on God's behalf. This is something that God needed her to do to get King David to see, look, you done forgave him and everything. You just sit there and you just wallowing in it. You letting your pride get the best of you. And what I need you to do, I need you to bring your son home. I need you to bring my son home. So he sent this woman, and King David actually realized, like, who sent you? Who sent you? Because, I know, Joab sent you, and it was true. He actually did. And so that's what God is saying in this season, that I have anointed you, I have appointed you, and I'm sending you out to speak on my behalf to my people, to my children, the ones that have been isolated, the ones that have been shamed, the ones that have been shunned, the ones that have been led astray, the ones that are operating in pride. All of these things, God is saying, I need you to be my mouthpiece. So I need you to operate in the wisdom that I have blessed you with. I need you to understand that you are anointed to do this. I need you to understand that I have appointed you in this season. Don't knock your gifts from God. It's no different than in the natural when you have a gift to sing or you have a gift to play an instrument or act. Don't sleep on your talent. God is saying, don't sleep on the talent I gave you. I have blessed you with wisdom, and I need you to speak on my behalf to those lost souls because I need you to bring them home. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back with another word. I love you, and know that it's an honor and a privilege to be used by God. Talk to you soon.